Mr. President, let me first start by saying this. The reputation of every future president will be tainted if you pursue a war in Vietnam. Information gathered in the coming years will turn public opinion against any plans to continue the conflict. What will later be called the Pentagon Papers is a 47-volume report revealing Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and most importantly, your goals. Mr. Kennedy, what started as helping South Vietnam and pursuing the policy of containment ends up costing many young men their lives. Fortunate Son is a song created during 1969 opposing the draft. It will gain enormous traction from the public and is a symbol of change. Mobs of people started strikes demanding the president to pull American troops out of Vietnam. The predicament soldiers and civilians were exposed to overseas will be atrocious. The My Lai massacre will be one example. Over 500 women and children will be taken advantage of, mutilated, and finally killed. Hugh Thompson Jr., Lawrence Coburn, and Glenn Adriat will be the only heroes of My Lai. They positioned their helicopter between U.S. soldiers and what is essentially a murder trough, and threatened to fire on the soldiers if they dared shooting the civilians. All of this over misinformation saying Viet Cong were hiding in their village. Lastly, a new chemical used in Vietnam will cause generations of birth defects. Over 20 million gallons of Agent Orange will be used to kill dense vegetation and expose Viet Cong soldiers. Many, though, will directly breathe the deadly chemical called dioxin. Dioxin is very likely to cause hereditary mutations. After many generations, the effects are still being shown in 2019. So I implore you, don't start a war we cannot win.